Canelo in Riyadh in May, the big fight in the history of boxing. In September, then two more fights in 26. Don't miss with the Lion.
What's good? It's the one and only, but what do I know, boxing, coming back at y'all with another one, man. So we got Canelo Alvarez in the news, and it has been, what a roller coaster ride it has been for boxing fans. Whether you're a Canelo fan, whether you're a Terence Crawford fan, just a boxing fan in general, it's been a roller coaster ride, man. We've recently, as of yesterday, we were informed that Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, the fight was off. I don't know what happened. No news like kind of broke out as to why. It just was stated that the fight is no longer happening or whatnot. Now you see you see Turki Alalshikh. You just saw the video with him saying that, I don't know what, I'm sorry, I couldn't understand what he was saying that was going on in May. He said something about Israel or something. I don't know, at least that's what it sounded like. Maybe if you guys heard it clear, you could put it in the comment section. But he said some fight in May, and then he said in September, the biggest fight in boxing history. Now, here's the thing about that, right? He has often referred to Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez being the biggest fight in boxing history. So I think it's kind of safe to allude that he's saying that fight is still going to happen. Unfortunately, and I'm gonna be honest with you, that's not a fortunate thing for me. I personally, if you guys follow my channel, you guys know I have always spoke against seeing Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. I don't like that fight. I just feel like Terence Crawford is too much at a disadvantage to be fighting a guy like Canelo Alvarez. And then, it's nothing on Terence Crawford's side. He's about to be 38 by the time that fight happens, right? So he has the age factor. Canelo has the advantage in age. Canelo has the advantage in weight. You know what I'm saying? He has the advantage in size. Like, it's not a good look. I don't like the fight. But it seemed like it was pretty much made, so it was just more so we here now, so what more, ain't no point of complaining over spilled milk. It is what it is. But when they said that the fight wasn't happening, I was actually kind of happy, but now it looks like it is gonna be back on. I don't know what Turki Alalshikh has up his sleeve. He stated that Canelo's gonna fight 2 more times as well in 2026. Now, I don't know what that could possibly be, because personally I would much rather see Canelo Alvarez fight maybe like a David Benavidez. Maybe he moves up and fight David Benavidez. He moved up to fight, should David Benavidez get a belt. Obviously right now, if Canelo Alvarez was, I can understand Canelo Alvarez not moving up to fight David Benavidez right now at this moment, because David Benavidez doesn't have a belt. So it's kind of like, okay, what am I moving up there for? It's like, it's nothing to offer. But should David Benavidez get a belt at 175 pounds, I would love to see Canelo Alvarez versus David Benavidez. But again, I just don't think that that's going to happen, because it's no incentive. Like, what does Canelo get out of moving up to 175 to fight David Benavidez? A dangerous guy like David Benavidez right now is, with nothing on the line. You know what I'm saying? So, but I will say this too. Canelo is bigger than the belts. He's bigger than the belts, and I will say this: Turki Alalshikh has been throwing a lot of money around, and with him finally, at first him and Canelo Alvarez seemed to be at odds, but with him, having enough money to entice Canelo to fight on his cards, that means he must be paying a pretty penny. So who knows? Maybe Turki Alalshikh, Canelo asked for 200 mil to fight Benavidez. Maybe Turki could, put that on. Should Turki be able to throw that type of money out there, then shoot. Who knows? Canelo, he might make that fight happen with no titles on the line, or they might create a whole title. I'm sure. As a matter of fact, I know for a fact the WBCA will create. I said WBCA. The WBC will create some type of belt for that fight. I'm just 100% sure. Even though it's not going to be a title fight, they'll create some type of reward for it. But anyways, But as far as this year, it's been rumored that Canelo Alvarez is closing the deal with Jake Paul. I don't like that at all. Because for one, here's my thing. Yes, Floyd Mayweather fought Conor McGregor, who is a UFC star, right? But that was at the end of his career. And then, yes, Floyd started doing these exhibitions after he retired. Floyd made a statement that I agree with 1,000%. These fighters should not be doing no fights like this in the midst of their career. You know what I'm saying? Now, I understand that it might be a money grab. Jake Paul has been calling out Canelo for a long time. It's no way in the world you can convince me that Jake Paul believes that he can beat Canelo Alvarez after the performances that I see. And I'm not even talking about the Mike Tyson performance. It's a lot of mistakes that Jake Paul makes for him to be trying to call out Canelo Alvarez. But money talks, bullshit runs a marathon. So, you know, and Jake has fought out there in Saudi or out there in Dubai as well. So it's not like he's a stranger to it. I think that's where he fought Tommy Fury at in Saudi Arabia, right? That's where he fought Tommy Fury. So, you know, he's not a stranger to it at all. So, you know, I mean, if they make that fight, it's not going to be something that I would like. I mean, it is a money grab because a lot of fans really want to see Jake Paul in there with a real boxer and pretty much get his ass knocked out, right? So, you know, it's a upside to it. But I just feel like why? I mean, that's just a joke in the middle of the year for Canelo. I don't know. But again, going to this September, like I said, I do feel like that would be the Crawford fight because again, Turki has he is referred to that as the biggest fight in boxing numerous of times. So when he states that in the video that you saw in the beginning of this video, I definitely feel like he's going to go ahead and make that match happen. It's again a fight that I don't want to see. All right, but the real question is, what are the other two fights that Canelo Alvarez has planned for him in 2026? And does this mean that Canelo Alvarez is not working with the PBC? Because I don't know. It was rumored that Canelo Alvarez could be possibly still working with the PBC, but if he's where I don't know how that works. But I'm interested to see like what other opponents does he have in 2026. I mean, they could possibly build up Christian Mbilia, whatever his name is, who is out of Canada and seems to be, you know, starting to make some noise. But I mean, if you're gonna build him up with Christian Mbilia, I mean, you're gonna have to build Christian Mbilia up. He's gonna have to fight the likes of like a Edgar Berlanga or a Jaime Munguia just to get his name more recognizable in the United States. You got him. I mean, it was rumored that Canelo Alvarez could possibly be fighting William Skull. Listen, if you are gonna fight them, you might as well allow them to build their names up. And I mean, you know, it is what it is. I don't know. I guess I don't really see too many other options for Canelo at this point. I mean, yeah, I really don't. I mean, maybe unless if he rematches the likes of like a Caleb Plant, or you know, or maybe possibly you could put him in there with his longtime rival Demetrius Andrade. Should Demetrius Andrade, you know, I guess redeem himself, but he ain't fought since Benavidez. So I don't know what they got cooking up for Canelo Alvarez, but I'm interested to see. But if this year goes as I expect it to go, or as I'm thinking it'll go, I'm not gonna like this year for Canelo Alvarez because I mean, what is, you know, you got a YouTuber, you got him fighting a YouTuber, and you got him fighting a career. I don't even want to say super welterweight because Terence Crawford only fought once at 154. So you got a smaller guy in Terence Crawford and you got a YouTuber. I mean, like, I guess, you know, if it makes dollars, it makes sense. But I mean, you ain't gonna get a lot of credit from me from fighting those two. Not this year. I mean, I'm always pushed against that, but we'll see what Turki has cooking up. I think the next big card that he has is later on this month. I urge everybody to go buy that Bivol and Better Be rematch. February 22nd. I mean, this card is so stacked that, dog, you have to support this because we need more events like this. And the only way we're going to get more events like this is if we support it. And it's only $25. You got a major card with Shakur. Who's all on that card? You got Shakur versus Floyd Schofield. You got Carlos Adames versus with that Shiraz guy who's looking like a hot commodity coming up. You know, you got Daniel Dubois versus Joseph Parker. Like, dog, this is like, and then obviously the big rematch between Bivol and Better Be. We got to support cards like this, events like this, if we want to keep seeing them, because that is every bit of $100 worth of a pay-per-view only made in $25. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, he only charging us $25. So I mean, please, man, I'm urging everybody to support these events, because we need more events like this. All right, that seems to be the next big fight. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Who do you think Canelo Alvarez is gonna fight this year? Who do you see him fight next year? But what do I know?